Good afternoon, everyone. Right now I'm going to be demonstrating for you how to make a high protein cottage cheese wrap. You can make it with spinach, without spinach. First you take 1 cup of cottage cheese. You can either put it in a food processor or your blender. Then you go ahead and get your spices. I just put my spices in here. I chose to use garlic powder, Himalayan pink salt, Italian seasoning. We like some spice in our house, and I don't have high blood pressure anymore, so I'm able to do it. This is an all-purpose seasoning. Salt is not as much of an issue as it used to be for me, and onion powder. So I threw all that in there. Go ahead, and I like to use spinach, so you put your spinach into the cottage cheese. Before you do this, go ahead and get a pan like this and put parchment paper in there so it does not stick. Some people do use with these wraps, this is actually my first time making them, but they go ahead and they use cheese in it. I'm not using cheese because cheese is pretty high fat, so I'm choosing not to. After you have cottage cheese, the spinach, go ahead and you put in 2 eggs. Once you got the eggs in, you're going to throw in the seasoning, put the lid on, and go ahead and blend it up. Using my NutriBullet, which I use multiple times every day. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so we got the NutriBullet plugged in, ready to go. And all together. Once it's all blended up, you go ahead and pour it on your parchment paper. I'm making a really big one because I'm going to try and cut it into 2 wraps so that I can make one for me and one for my child. So while we wait for the spinach wraps to cook, they're cooking at 350 it's been about 30 minutes and they still look like they might need a few more minutes. I thought that I would go ahead and start. I have another version. I want to make buffalo chicken wraps with the spinach wraps, but I was also going to make another version that's more a Greek pita. This is a whole wheat Greek pita. Not as good for you as a spinach wrap, but it's still an option if you want a different choice. So first I'm going to go ahead, I just bought a rotisserie chicken. I'm going to go ahead and put some chicken on it. And then for this, you can use a variety of different vegetables. I always include spinach no matter what, even though that's not necessarily a great thing. I go ahead and I put artichoke hearts on mine. I really actually love artichoke hearts. Cucumbers. I did not put feta cheese on it. Feta cheese is an option, and olives are also an option. I do not want to use either of those, so I'm not doing that on this sandwich. Once you get all that together, I like to put red onions on it and tomatoes. And then today I made a ranch sauce that I actually use the ranch dips, and I use Greek yogurt rather than the sour cream. Greek yogurt's a great option. I don't like to put the whole packet in just because of extra salt and stuff. So I go ahead and make it up. I made some up to go ahead. It's actually, this one is creamy deal, which is perfect for a Greek pita wrap. Put it onto the sandwich, and here you go, your sandwich. I'm going to make a high protein sandwich, but I'm going to make it with buffalo chicken. That's like my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken, put the chicken down onto the bread. And on this, you can put whatever veggies you want. Again, I'm putting tomatoes, onions. Go ahead and put some onions on there. I would like some cucumbers. and some spinach. Now this is a higher salt content because we are going to be using hot sauce. I'm going ahead and put spinach on it. And then we have our ranch dip. I'm going to put a little bit of that on. I don't use a ton of it, but it is, again, it is made with Greek yogurt and sauce. So the Greek yogurt is much better for you than having sour cream or any of the other variations of ranch. And then my very favorite, red hot sauce. I love it on everything, so that we are going to go ahead and put that on our sandwich. So here's my buffalo chicken sandwich. I could totally edit this video, but I'm trying to keep this channel as real as possible. This was my first time making it, and what I did realize, the cheese may affect it a little bit. The texture is just not as thick as I would like. I believe adding some cheese would help. I've seen both variations of recipes online, but I think some cheese would help it have a little more firmness to it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.